About 2021, they made the announcement that G4TV would be coming back. We were kind of cautiously optimistic, but still like emphasis on the caution. Because we knew that at some point in time, Wokeness was probably going to get into it and become an issue within the show, within the channel itself. Sure enough, this is Frosk. She is one of the hosts, the new hosts on G4. And she decided to stop reviewing games and start really focusing on something she considered far more important, feminist rants.
But I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online. Sexism in gaming. In joining G4...
Let's stop talking about games to focus on this.
This is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I had no idea.
I'm listening.
Yeah. In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts. It's somehow...
Talk to him, Frost!
Talk to him, Frosk! All right, so already right off the bat, I want to address this. Back then, G4TV, they were the launching pad for careers for those of like Olivia Munn. She was the co-host of Attack of the Show. You also had Morgan Webb. Both of these women were attractive. They were very attractive. Let's just say that. The thing is that they were also entertaining. They knew how to be funny. They were willing to do silly things to entertain the crowd, like entertainers will, you know. And it fit the shows. It fit the shows at the time. Now, online, you are going to have people who talk about that. Whenever someone like Frosk pops up, I can very well imagine that they're going to say, man, we wish we had Olivia Munn back, you know, Morgan Webb back. They were good looking, yada, yada. I imagine that those people are there. Trust me, I know it. I have been in situations where I've had, you know, co-hosts that, you know, they wanted me gone so they could focus on her, you know? And it's whatever. You're going to have thirsty men online. Now, some people are going to see Frosk and they're going to say, oh, well, you're not as bangable, quote unquote, as Morgan Webb or Olivia Munn. Who cares? Most of the people aren't here for that. And here's where we start to get really, really in depth. The social justice warriors, these woke cultured idiots, they want to take this small group of people and paint any given subculture. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's gaming or something else. And they want to paint it as problematic in some way, shape, or form. Why? Because it allows them to move in and say, we know how to correct it. And if all these institutions that head up these subcultures let us in and let us take control or at least guide you, then all of this problem will go away. It's a moral imperative for you to let us in and dictate how things should go in this community, in this subculture. They come in, they infiltrate, they change, and they destroy. That is how this works. Now, what Frosk is about to say is it's been a narrative that's been ongoing for some time, since about 2014. The social justice narrative is that the gaming community is insanely sexist and it's horrible and it's problematic and something needs to change. I'll let her continue here.
Has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
It's weird.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Okay. It didn't stop them. They knew that they had sex appeal and they utilized it. They appeared in various magazines in you know, states of undress. Let's say that. They knew how to make, they made sexual innuendos. Okay, they knew they were attractive and they had fun with it. People didn't, you know, were people sexist toward them? I'm sure there were some. I'm sure there were some out there. But was it the main focus? No. The reason people loved Olivia Munn is because she was fun and she was funny. Yeah, she was good looking. But if Frosk had the same exact attitude toward everything, people would love Frosk too. But she's focusing in on this one little aspect and making it seem like the vast majority of G4 viewers or gamers in particular, doesn't matter, subculture, doesn't matter the subculture, again, trying to make them out to be sexist idiots. And then it's a huge problem.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And that's just
the seals,
sexism.
the trained seals.
Explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written.
Original sin. You don't have to just outright be sexist to be sexist. You're sexist regardless. Adam Sessler is the worst.
Will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And
no. Look, this is that victim mentality that I despise about the woke left. It's always they're the victim. People can just have a civil disagreement on anything, Twitter, YouTube, whatever platform you can possibly imagine. And they will utilize that. They will take it and they will start to complain that they are being flamed, that they are being attacked, that they are being harassed. Again, this is the same narrative. You can't argue with them. Any argument is going to be considered an attack, quote unquote. It's kind of, I mean, look at the way, AOC, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro challenged her to a debate whenever she popped up, and I can't remember exactly what it was around, but he challenged her to a debate about a subject, and what did she say? I'm being catcalled. That she turned it into an attack. She turned it into sexism. Ben Shapiro would probably give her the most respectable debate she will ever have in her entire life, and yet she still turned it into something sexist and misogynistic and mean-spirited and bad faith and all that stuff. This is exactly what Frosk is doing right now. Do I think that she does get sexist comments? Again, I'm going to repeat this. Yes, I think she probably does get some. But to sit there and say like this is the majority of everyone, every interaction she's getting, that like her male co-stars or co-hosts get off scot-free, that is nonsense. That is absolute nonsense. I guarantee you, it doesn't matter who. I have seen any given message board, any given comment section, my own comment section on RedState. If I write something that people disagree with, they tell me. I see it. I don't always engage, but I see it. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. You're going to have pushback against your opinion if you put your opinion out in the public square. You can't just put your opinion out in the public square and expect everyone to go, yep, that's right. Okay, yeah, woo. Everybody is different. Everybody has different opinions, and they're going to express them. And they're not always going to align with yours. Are some people more rude about it than not? Yeah, some people are going to be rude about it. They're going to be condescending. They're going to be idiots. But not everybody, especially the vast majority of people, if they just have a simple disagreement, it's fine. It's fine for people to disagree. You can't always take it as an attack. But the woke culture people, the advocates, the social justice advocates here, they have to take everything as an attack. Because if they actually didn't, business would be bad. They wouldn't have a victim mentality to push. And victimhood is social justice, their communities, the woke community, the woke culture, that's their primary export, is victim mentality. Without it, they're nothing.
When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current XPlay experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger on why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it, you're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day.
Unconscious bias.
Keeping the gaming space.
Is basically it's another one of those original sin concepts. It's where you consider somebody something less than you, but you don't outwardly know it, and the way that you speak to them, no matter how you speak to them, is because of you looking down on them. Do you have unconscious bias about any given subject? Probably not. Many people are level-headed enough to be able to weigh an idea or a decision based on its logic. But when you don't have good debate skills, whenever you think that your position is right and you don't allow any other ideas in, and you can't, you need to shut the gate, you need to keep the bubble nice and thick and firm, this is what you do. You label it unconscious bias or you label it sexism. You do something to make it seem like the other person is just arguing from a position of hate or misogyny or racism or bigotry of some sort. Because if you can convince everybody that that person is evil, then any argument that you make is completely invalidated before it comes out of your mouth. That's what Frosk just did with this unconscious bias argument. She basically, anything that you might say against her opinion or anything is automatically discounted because it's coming out of the mouth of a sexist or a racist or a bigot of some sort. That is what she is. She's gaslighting effectively.
A bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
So what do they do? What do you do in this case when you've gone woke and now you're going broke? And you're desperate. You're desperate to get viewers back. What you do is you 180 full reverse and you just drive in the opposite direction as fast as you possibly can. And so they said, you know what? Hemostatic injection. Let's try to stop this bleeding. So what do?
Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's a big one. Wow, let's see what's inside here. Let's see if there's... Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. It's
There's a woman. How much is she?
oh, my God. I just want to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Amaranth, the anti-Frosk. But G4, in this case, decided to take Amaranth, who is typically considered one of the most popular in terms of ethos, okay? These erotic streamers, and decided to throw her in our face because they think that what we really want in order to bring us back and make us okay with G4 again is this. They missed the point. And this is what I think businesses need to learn from G4. Y'all are killing yourselves trying to obey standards that you cannot match, cannot meet. You are trying to please unpleasable people when you shouldn't be trying to please them at all. They are liars. They lie to you. They make you think that you are morally failing as a company and everyone's pissed off about it. That's not true at all. In terms of G4, what we really wanted were just fun, lighthearted shows that focused in on our love of escapism. And you introduced politics into it. You introduced cultural draconianism into it. And that's what made us tune out. If you really wanted us to tune back in, ditch that crap and put on a fun show. Put on a show about things that we actually care about. And this goes to any company. Stop focusing in on the politics. The politics are killing you. Stay out of politics. Stop getting involved in politics, especially if it's escapism that you deal in. Amazon, stop getting involved in politics. Disney, stop getting involved in politics. They are so weighted down and involved in it that they've lost the plot. And they're losing viewers. Their creations are getting flamed before they can even come out, and people are not going to tune in because of it. Stop getting woke, and you won't go broke.